Morning, this is Mrs. Oakley, and today we're going to do Unit 1, Lesson 6, Box and Whisker Plots. Okay, our terminology for today is a box and whisker plot. A box and whisker plot, also known as a box plot, is a way to display data on a number line by organizing it into 4 sections using a 5 number summary. Okay, 5 number summary. Okay, it's a great way to visualize the distribution of data. You can clearly see where it falls. Okay, what is a 5 number summary? Well, there's lots of pieces, and there's not just 5. So these are the values you use to create the box and whisker plot. First one is the minimum value. So whatever the lowest data point is, that's what you put first. Then the lower quartile, and we'll talk about what that means in a little bit. Then our median, then the upper quartile, then our maximum value, and then the range. And then we have something we call the interquartile range, and I'll explain that more in detail. You'll see that a lot, abbreviated IQR. Okay, quartiles. What are quartiles? They are the 4 sections that make up the box plot. Each quartile represents 25% of the data. Okay, let's look at each part a little more in depth. Okay, the minimum value. The minimum value is the smallest data value given. So if we're looking here and we take our pen and we say which one is the smallest number. Well, it looks like 64 is our smallest number. So the minimum value is 64. Okay. Now we're going to look at the lower quartile. This is where it gets a little bit more tricky. The lower quartile is the median of the lower half. So how does this work? Well, let's take our numbers. First off, I'm going to put them in order from smallest to greatest. So 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. We have 70, and there's 2 of them, so I'm going to put it twice. 71, 73, 75, and 78. Okay. Now I'm going to count them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've got to find the middle. Okay. Well, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 would be the middle. So the first 5 here are lower quartile numbers. To find the median, I'm going to add them. So I'm going to add 64 plus 65 plus 66 plus 67 plus 68. Once I get that answer, then I'm going to divide my answer by 2. Okay. And that will get us a lower quartile of 66. Actually, why did I say divide by 2? That is completely wrong. Let me get an eraser. We wouldn't divide it by 2. Gosh, I about steered you wrong. We divided by how many numbers? So we have 5 numbers, okay? So, or we can also just see this is the middle one, so 66, okay? All right, the next spot is our median. Well, we already did that. We know what that is. That is the middle value, right? So when we put those numbers in order, and let's do that again, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 70. We said it was twice 70. And we had 71, 73, and 75, and 78. But we said the first 5 were the lower quartile. So that's these, right? The middle value would be this one. So 70 is our median. And we'll talk about these other top 5 in just a moment. Okay, now the upper quartile is the median of the top half or the upper half. So again, let's put them in order. Get my pen. We had 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 70, 70, 71, 73, 75, last but not 78, right? Okay, so we said this part here was the lower, right? We said this 70 is the median of all the numbers. So that makes this stuff here, these data values, the upper. So if we look in the middle of the upper is 73. So we would put 73. Okay. Okay, the maximum value. The maximum value is the largest data value given. So we can easily see that 78, get my pen, 78 is the largest one. So we're going to put 78 there. Okay. All right, here we go. Now the range. You guys have learned about range. The range is the difference between, remember, the largest data value and the smallest data value. So largest we know is 78. Difference means subtract. And the smallest was 64. So if we subtract that, we get 14. So our range is 14. Great job. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up. All right, now the interquartile range. Well, this is a little different. This is the difference between the upper and the lower. So we said that the upper quartile was 73, and we said the lower one was 66. So if I subtract that, because difference means subtract, I'm going to get 7. Great job. Okay, so how do we make a box and whisker? Well, first off, we're going to take all those that we got. We said the minimum was 64. We said the lower was 66. The median was 70. Upper was 73. The max was 78. We had a range of 14. We had an IQR, or the interquartile range, of 7. Okay, good job. So first off, we need to add a line from the minimum, so here's 64, to the maximum, which is 78, and put a point at each of those. So the dots show us our minimum and our maximum. Okay. Next, we need to make a box. We need to start the box at 66. See how I did that? And we need to end it at 73. So start at the lower quartile, end it at the upper quartile. Now, the median is the line in the box that is in the middle. Okay. Now we can easily see the range. So if I go here, I can see that I took the greatest amount, which is 78, the lowest amount, which is 64, and I can see from this point here to this point here is the range. This is range. Okay. And then I can also see from this point to this point, that's the IQR. Okay, so again, this is the max, this is the minimum, okay? This is the lower, this is the upper. Make sure you label that on your notes. All right, that is it for our lesson. Go ahead and watch this if you need any more practice. Otherwise, have a good day, and I'll see you back for Unit 1, Lesson 7. Bye.